All right. Welcome to day one of Dune. Hopefully, you can't pick up any of the chat in the background right now. Let me know if you hear any other voices other than my own or from the game. And I'll try to troubleshoot that as we go. We got a crazy busy day today, you guys, and it's going to be freaking awesome. We're doing Dune Awakening. It's day one of the Head Start. And I'm going to be going for, well, technically I said I was going from 10 to 2. We're about 20 minutes early, and I'm definitely probably going to run long this afternoon. Well, till 4 or 5 my time at the very least. Tonight, I do have a scheduled stream for Starfield. I will be doing that, and then we'll be back again tomorrow to do more Dune. Same schedule as I posted the other day. Might be a little early, might run a little late, but I'll do my 100% best to never run late or leave early. However, I want to make one small caveat to that. Today at 1 o'clock, I have a business appointment for 15 or 20 minutes, and I will be AFK for that at that point. But hopefully, my co-captain and dear friend Bats Vixen will be up and running at that time, and you guys can all run over and check out Bats and, watch as she does whatever she's doing while I'm AFK. It'll be awesome. We'll figure it all out. It's no worries. Anyway, there was a sandstorm, and I had to take shelter. And it just so happened that where I spawned into the game, I ended up pretty close to the first outpost, which is cool. So now we're going to run out, and I think it's time for us to go ahead and research the construction tool and start building our first little operational base here. And we're not going to go crazy on this one. This is just going to be the basics so that we can do what we need to do to later on today or tomorrow cross the Vermilius Gap and build our first real base. But in the meantime, right here, right now, let's go ahead and put down our first little baby forward operational base here in the Haga Basin near the Griffin Outpost. We'll go from there. Too close to a no building zone. Wow, well, they got this all dialed in. All right, cool. I can dig it. I'm not going to cry about it. I was in the beta for a while now. I'm not going to talk specifically about any of that unless it has some relevance to what's actually in this live game here. But I will say this. I've built bases up there before, so little things have changed. That's cool.
More of a sub thief. But it's enough for now. Get your construction tool out and get cracking. It's not a shelter without walls and a roof.
It really isn't. It really isn't a shelter without the walls and roofs, as we have seen so many times in the past. Just going to be a little boxy base to start ourselves out with here. Again, we just need this so that we can get through the initial portions of the tutorial section of the game, I guess you would call it. Yeah. Then we'll be abandoning this sucker and moving right along. Jeremy! Welcome into the chat, buddy. As you can see, I don't have enough materials for this here base, so I gotta go gather. It's alright. It'll be alright in a minute. We'll have to fill in that projection soon enough. Nice little feature at Dune. can lay a projection down and then fill that in at a later time when we have the materials, which just rocks. It's also great for team building, and I don't mean the kind you do at corporate America. I mean the kind you do when you got a team and you're all contributing, stuff for the build, for the base, for any number of other things you might do, like vehicles later on. We shall see, we shall see. I will be joined later on this morning by the Vats Vixen, and we will move on from there. How's the volume, Jeremy? Can you hear the game at all, or is it too low, or what's the story? Give me some feedback, sir. Oh man, Dune is a terrific game. One of my favorite books when I was a kid was the first Dune book. That was geek heaven. And I'm also a gigantic fan of Funcom games, going all the way back to Age of Conan, their first Conan MMO, as well as The Secret World, which was freaking fantastic and vastly underrated in my opinion. Man, I need regular rocks. Perfect. Good to hear. Or it's good that you can hear. We want to make sure everything's dialed in real good. Let me know if you hear any other voices bleeding through. I've got Renfail in the background because he's doing Twitch drops and all that kind of stuff. And when Bats joins, I want to make sure that we only hear Bats' voice when she is ready to go. So if you happen to hear anything else, I'll drop whatever I'm doing, and we'll get that all sorted out until we are truly ready to be in the big group chat and all that kind of stuff. So it should be fun. We've got 5 days of early access, head start, whatever you want to call it. I know it's a controversial subject, and honestly, between you and me, I'm not going to get into it because I don't give that much of a fuck. They are going to be releasing even more servers on June 10th when the game goes into its official launch. So there is just no reason for anyone to worry that, oh my God, we're going to have to be stuck with a bunch of, streamers or whatever that have already got this head start. You don't have to do any of that if you don't want to. You do you, boo. We're here to have fun. We're here to play Dune. We're here to support kick-ass gaming, no matter what game we're playing. And, yeah. We're not going to sweat this stuff too much. All right, we've got a little bit of a... Not sure why that's that way. But we will finish up our rooftop. And then we will put some batteries in our generator here. See if we can't make force fields happen.
The sub-thief console comes with
there you go.
System that will keep your base
there you go. Look at that.
Just keep the generator fueled, or the storms will tear at your walls. And it goes without saying, don't build on open sand.
Oh no, don't build on the open sand.
Off-worlder. Maintain good water discipline, and it will keep you alive. You've done well licking flowers and sucking sap, but you need a consistent source of water. And the best source out here is blood.
All right, I'm glad you asked, Jeremy.
Refine it.
Let's let Zentara finish here real quick so I don't have to talk over it.
And don't mind throwing up. Actually, don't drink it. Unless you really have to.
Little vampire action for you. Okay, so the backstory of the game. I'm not going to go into the whole backstory of the Dune universe. Frankly, it's a 15,000 year history that is honestly worthy of its own video or whatever, which we might do at some point, but definitely not in the next 5 days. But I will tell you this: if you've seen the movies or you read the book, Paul Atreides is the chief protagonist of the first book and the 2 movies that are out right now. And he's the son of a noble duke. His mother is a Bene Gesserit witch. I happen to be playing a Bene Gesserit male who was trained outside of the rules of the Bene Gesserit order here, apparently, in their ways. So I can relate. But his mother, the Lady Jessica, defied the order of her priestesshood, and bore a son for the Duke, Leto Atreides. Hey, Arcane, how you doing, buddy? I'm giving Jeremy a quick rundown on why the game is a little bit different than the lore of the books and movies. So, the Lady Jessica bore a son for Duke Leto, defying the wishes of the Order, and she wanted to ensure that her offspring was this Kwisatz Haderach, the Messiah that would come and do all of these things involving the planet Dune and all of this kind of stuff. And they were more concerned with putting that off another generation for various reasons we won't get into. But Paul Atreides does indeed manifest as this chosen one. And in doing so, he has all of these spice visions. These spice is the fuel that makes faster than light space travel possible. It's kind of a drug. It's got some organic matter type effect along with ores and stuff to create, in the game anyway, to create stronger materials for building. And so in the movie and in the books, Paul has these visions and he sees all these potential futures, and they all lead to what he terms as a horror. The billions of people dead throughout the galaxy. And he only sees one path alone that will lead to a better outcome. And that's the path where he was never born. His mother bore a daughter instead of a son. And everything changes at that point. So the game uses that conceit, that one line, that one little scene in the movies where he sees this potential path that could have been, and it branches off from there. It does a fork. And so in this game, Paul Atreides was never born, although he does provide some narration, and there might be some other spoilery shit going on down the road, but he was never born, and instead a daughter was born to Duke Leto and Jessica, and everything else happens. They get sent to Dune, to Arrakis is the name of the planet, and they're put there by the Emperor to oversee the mining of the spice, and the Harkonnens don't like it. They're lifelong enemies, and it just goes on and on from there. So here we are in this war of assassins between the noble houses, chiefly the Harkonnens and the Atreides, but all the noble houses on the planet Dune, in this forked universe where Paul Atreides was never born. And that gives us kind of the backstory for, how the game starts. So I am going to, real quick, let's change my settings. When Bats and I play together during the beta, or the open beta weekend, we like to run without helmets. You can show them or not. I can't remember exactly where it's at here. Gameplay? Gotta be in gameplay, right? There it is. No, do not show helmet. Okay, so this does not mean that I'm not wearing it. It just means, of course, like in a lot of games, the headgear isn't showing. But this is a way that we can differentiate each other while we're playing, because Dune does have, it is a 90% PvE game. But there is a deep desert component where there will be some hot PvP action. And we're looking forward to that. But one of the cool things about this game is there's lots of intrigue going on. And one of the ways that manifests in the gameplay is that you don't get a name tag over your head. And not only do you not see your own damn name tag, but you don't see the name tag for any other players that you might encounter. And this creates opportunities for, let's see, what do I need? I need more salvage metal. All right, that's fair. That's fair. That creates opportunities for you as a player to be sneaky and be subversive. And it also creates a little chaos on the battlefield. So that helps to eliminate, those big idiot zergs where like 30, 40, 50 people get together and they want to, completely own the PvP battlefield. And so they just go through in this massive zerg wave in an attempt to kill anyone that's not them. Well, good luck, because you can't tell who's you and who's not you just by looking at name tags. So one of the ways that we differentiate each other early on, since you tend to kind of look alike, there's several outfits and stuff, but right away you're wearing this kind of scavenger gear here that you make as part of the whole intro game sequence process. But there will be other outfits and stuff, and then there's color swatches to change the colors of the outfits. So there's ways to differentiate yourself, but those ways are also perfectly usable by other players who aren't part of your group. So in theory, people could pretend to be one of you. And that works in the open world pretty well, if that's your bag and you want to try to do that kind of thing. It does not work very well when it comes to housing or base building, because we can set permissions on these doors and allow other friendly players, guild members, even people who are just friends who are not in your guild to be able to access your base and that kind of thing. So if you're not on the permissions list for a guild, you're probably not sneaking in just because you dress like them. But there are possibilities for being a little spy versus spy, which I really enjoy. So it ought to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. But for now, we are definitely going to be running without our helmet on. And I put a lot of work into this guy. I mean, he's like Two-Face from Batman. He's beautiful from his good side. Can't really tell right now because we're in the darkness of my little base here. But he's kind of scarred up on the other side. I'd take you out in the sun and show you, but the sun is just freaking deadly in this game. So you know how in a lot of games, RPGs, survival games, whatever, you tend to want to run around during the daytime because at nighttime's super dangerous, like 7 days and that type of thing. Well, Dune is funny because it's dangerous at night and during the daytime, but it's hideously dangerous during the daytime because the sun will murder you. And you see, I'm running around here in the sun, my poor pale-ass bald head here, and very quickly, I'm drinking flowers here. Very quickly, you're going to see, look, this in the center of the screen near the top, there's a little bar with like a sundial on it. It's starting to fill up, and once that fills up, it turns red, and then you start actually taking damage from dehydration. You burn through your water faster, which is all the way over here on the left side of my screen where it says unsheltered, and it's got a bar that's vertical, and there's 3 cross marks there. The lower bar has blue in it. That's my water level right now. So you'll burn through that much quickly in the sun. And when you drink flowers to hydrate yourself, you can only fill up to that first bar. And this comes into play because the higher that bar is filled, the more stamina you have and the faster the stamina recovers. And this comes into play when you're obviously doing that kind of shit. Melee, using a lot of your abilities. So yeah, now it's telling me I need to do some scavenging, which is fine. I'm in the shade here. You want to stick to the shade for sure. But we want to gather, it says metal. Yeah, we just need metal really, but I'll go ahead and grab this rock since I already scanned it. Use our cutter ray here to grab that rock. Do the same thing with metal. So here's some metal pieces laying on the ground, and then there's this larger piece here. And cut into that with our cutter ray, and we get a bunch of metal. And we're trying to fill up that little bar in the upper left-hand corner there that tells us how much we need to progress the next portion of the quest. The entire first section of the game takes place in this place called Haga Basin, which is here, surrounded by the fog of war. And then you move north as the game progresses into progressively more and more dangerous portions of the desert. So you start out here and you do a lot of your tutorial stuff. So that's the stuff up there in the corner there that's telling me, hey, you need to gather some metal so that you can research a basic exsanguination kit. Exsanguination is a $5 word for draining of blood. And that comes into play because one of the best ways to get hydration early on in the game is to drain your fallen enemies of their blood and either drink it directly, which will make you sick if you do it too much, or take it back to your base and run it through a blood purifier and make fresh water. So I'll be talking a lot because I'm streaming, but if I were really in this world, I'd be quiet most of the time. And the reason why isn't because I'd be worried about, you know, people coming along and killing me to drain my blood, although that would be a concern. But because every exhalation in a hot, dry desert like Arrakis would be a waste of my body's water, and every drop matters. So, open up our crafting menu here and research. We're going to research the basic exsanguination kit. And this is basically a handheld tool that I'll use to draw blood from my fallen enemies so that I can take it back to my base and purify it for water. Yeah, I'm kind of a vampire. It's pretty cool. And we had to gather these salvaged metals because, of course, we need to make ourselves one. And unfortunately, there's improvised versions of all these tools for the early game. So you can just make it directly from your inventory and have it with you and all that happy jazz. So, in the meantime, oh, I gotta craft a small blood sack, huh? I forgot about that. You need something to keep that blood in, folks. I'm gonna need some plant fiber. Okay, well, as you can see, night is falling, which is a nice relief because you don't have the damage from running around in the sun. And you don't, lose your water level so quickly. Although you can see mine is blinking red now because until I find a way to get some water in mass, I need to rely on drinking from the dew on the flowers, which is not optimal and never gives me more than a third of a hydration bar. Very soon, though, in today's stream, we will be doing some quests that will give us our first still suit. And once we have that, we can start recycling our own water. Think Depends, except there's a sippy straw attached. You don't want to hook those leg braces up incorrectly, because if you do, you'd be drinking your own recycled feces, and that's not hydration. Oh, Bubbaloni, you're gross. Ah, yeah, I know. It's a survival game. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You got to roll with it. So now I still need some plants, I think. Yeah, I don't have enough plants. I need plants. Maybe these guys have some. Go ahead and kill them to be sure. That wasn't close enough. Damn it. Damn it, man.
Reveal yourself.
No, you reveal yourself by obeying my words and running over to me.
Weapon empty.
Weapon empty? That's a drag for you, buddy. It's a real drag. It's also a real drag for me because I don't yet have a sack to put blood in, so I can't really, I can't take it from you. Personally, I find that a little irritating. I'm going to take that personally because I need to find some plant fiber so I can make myself a blood sack. Or two. Or three. Probably two. But eventually you get much higher level versions of all of these things that you can make with your, basically your 3D printers back at your base. And they're much more useful than the crap that you make out of your inventory. But you got to start somewhere, you know. So I see plants. You see them? They don't pop out and highlight like in some games, but they're there. Okay. Back over here, we're going to go ahead and craft. We can craft a max of 1 there. And then let's run, before we go any further, let's run back over here real quick. See if we can't take the blood off of those poor bastards that we killed. These are all scavengers in the desert. And I don't worry too much about killing them for their blood and whatever they're carrying, because honestly, they do the same damn thing to me. Arrakis is a test. And if you fail the test, you just die. So, it's kill or be killed. Careful about making friends, because they might stab you in the back. So there you go. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner of my screen, in the slot mark number 8 there on my keyboard, I've got 1, 2, 3 ticks, and 1 is now filled with blood. So I'll go ahead and take this guy's blood too. Or gal. We're equal opportunity vampire offenders. And that did not give me... Huh. You guys hear that sound? Oh, the worm. Check it out. Way over there. Worm sign. How about that, huh? Yeah, steel suits are fun. And in this game, you get an extra little, very thin vertical bar next to your water bar over there. When you're wearing a steel suit, and it periodically fills up, and you can use that to quick refresh yourself with a little hydration. The downside to steel suits in this game is it doesn't provide much combat protection. So you kind of got to pick and choose a little bit. There are some steel suits that provide more combat protection than others, and of course, obviously, as you level up and you make nicer versions of the steel suits through we're in the copper tier right now of materials. As you level up, you get into iron and then steel and so on. And some of those steel suits do have a little bit of combat protection, and there are named suits that you can find from various drops and so on, and even crafting recipes that you can find to make more interesting suits that combine a little bit of armor protection with the water and hydration protection of the steel suit. But for now, we're going to kind of have to choose, depending on what we're doing, whether we want a steel suit on or whether we want some more combat protection. Personally, because I was in the beta, and it's not my first rodeo, I played a couple thousand hours of Conan Exiles over the years. I'm not too worried about it for this first starting section of the game. And in fact, I will probably, once I craft my first steel suit, just wear that, at least until we get to and mostly through the iron tier. And then at that point, I'll start worrying about whether or not I need to, focus on wearing armor protection for the various dungeons and more combat-focused activities, and steel suits for the gathering, building, exploration, and that kind of stuff. But we'll see. We'll see how it comes. We'll take it as it comes. They have made some changes in the last couple weeks of the beta, and I'm really excited to see where that goes. But as you can see, we filled up our first bag there with blood. And I would love nothing more than to take a couple bags back with me. But, it's one of those deals where you got to be judicious with your resources here. Get back to the base and put together your blood purifier unit. And start working on your water loop. Because like any survival game, there's a set of chores that you'll be doing. And I use the word chores just to really illustrate how repetitive that loop can be. but I don't mean it as not fun, and I don't mean that it stays the same throughout the entire game, because as you move up, of course, there are multiple ways to get things like water, or power. Water is the cheap and most important resource here, especially in the early game. It'll be much easier to get more water as we go, but as we move through the game, that loop changes in subtle ways. And some things become easier or different, and it becomes less of a focus of your playtime in terms of, how long you have to spend kind of maintaining your own, resources, which is cool because, you don't want to spend the entire game. I'm going to have to research first. Look at that, Bubble forgot. Oh, yeah, you don't have to imagine it, Jeremy. It happens. If you go back and look from a couple weeks ago when they did the open beta, the very last day of the weekend Head Start pre-look or whatever you want to call it, Bats Vixen and I went out and on purpose got ate by the worm because you couldn't take it with you. You know what I mean? There's no U-Haul truck following that hearse, And when the beta was over, that was it, Jack. So we went ahead and got ourselves 8 at the end. That was a lot of fun. You lose everything that you have on your person. And if you're riding in a vehicle or driving a vehicle, you lose that vehicle. When the worm eats you, that's a hard reset back to standing there in your underwear, which is a lot of fun. Now, if you have a base, obviously, you don't lose the stuff in your base. You don't lose the stuff in your boxes. And like any survival game, especially one with the potential to lose your gear like that, you're building up yourself through the tiers of resources and building and crafting so that it's relatively easier to get yourself back up to speed if something happens like that. But early on in the game, it'd be pretty devastating to lose everything. Nothing that we couldn't get over in 15 or 20 minutes, to be honest with you. But, your mileage may vary. And some people find the idea that, oh my God, I could get killed, especially by the environment, and end up, naked and have to kind of start from square one again. And that really bothers some folks. And those kind of people don't tend to play survival games, to be honest with you. So we're going to use this. We're going to deposit all that blood.
By now, Off-worlder. Spice. It's everywhere on Arrakis. The air, the sand, the blood.
But you think that worm was impressive, Jeremy? That was just a little baby. Out in the deep desert and north in the higher level tiers, the steel and, the Duraplasteel or whatever it is that's past steel. Some of those worms are big boys. And then there's Shai-Hulud itself, herself, himself, I'm not really sure. The big god worm that is, looked upon by the people of Arrakis as, kind of the major adversary of the desert. And she's a monster. She's huge. She can swallow an entire spice harvesting, situation. Gone. Dozens of players at once if you're not careful.
Wally faced the trials of Arkle, proving their knowledge of the Fremen ways. Find the Fremen.
Now, because of the way the game launched, I didn't really stream from the initial movie or character creation. You kind of came into it where we were at, and that's because of the way servers work with this game. We wanted to make sure that we got on the server we wanted to be on with the friends that we wanted to have with us. So it was a lot more important to get that kind of stuff done than it was to stream from the very, very, very beginning of the first launch of the game. But tomorrow, I will probably let those movies play. So, hey, Holla! Holla! How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. I'm down on the damn floor. So, like a vampire, I'm going to put all the blood that I have in my processing unit here and let it start making me some water. Then I'm going to stash the rest of my materials here. Unlike a lot of survival crafting type games, this game actually allows me to build directly from my inventory. I don't have to take it out, put it in my pocket before I pull my build tool out and construct something, which is fantastic. So, nice quality of life feature there. I'm not entirely sure that it works for the stuff that's improvised because, as you can see, I don't appear to have plant fiber on me, even though we just put some away. So it may only be for the stuff that's built with the build tool. And the 3D quantum particle printers that we'll end up using at some point. Salvage metal. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't work for the stuff that's in your that you're building improvised. Well, that's fine, I guess. I misspoke. Well, I'm starting to be affected by the spice, but if you hang around for about 10 minutes, we're actually going to go find ourselves a big old plate of it and get all Hollywood and have a spice dream or vision, I think. That was what Zantara was just hinting at in his last little expo there. So let's go ahead and build one more blood sack. Let's bring two with us so we can get twice as much blood from our enemies. All right. Nighttime is the right time. Perfect time to make this journey because it's going to be just a little bit dangerous.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm not sure if dying to a sandstorm is the same level of erase all your shit as getting eaten by a sandworm, because it never happened to me in the beta. But I definitely ain't one to find out. So we're going to hide in here until the sandstorm passes. And as you can see on my little fog of war map here, we don't see anything yet. This is just the normal fog of war. But at some point, you'll actually see the sandstorm pass through. So you know when it's safe to emerge from your shelter, whether it's a cave or your little mini base or the outpost just above us here on the rocks. It looks like they did something with the, there it comes. Look at that sandstorm. Oh, daddy. Be all kinds of screwed if you get stuck out in that. Let's get inside. I'm already, like, putting my hand up. Like, oh, my God. The sand's in my eyes. Let's see if it's showing up yet. I think it's here. There it is. You're starting to see this kind of gray sand here. That's the storm blowing in from the north. It's like the northeast. Blowing across. So now I'm fully engulfed. Visibility's going to drop to jack diddly nothing. But I am protected inside of my base. Which is terrific. Because I don't want to find out if I lose everything if I die. I'd rather go over and have spice dreams. Meet a nice Bremen girl. Settle down. Raise some Bremen babies. I don't think that's part of the game. But I don't want to get caught in the storm either way, so. How do I know when it's over? Well, there'll be a visual indication on my screen when my windows clear up a little bit and I can actually see outside. But you can also see here where the tail end of the storm begins to pass over the area that you have uncovered. So the game does give you plenty of warning. Well, I say that. If you're out in the open desert somewhere and there's no cave nearby or outpost or you don't have a base or something, you better be carrying a still tent Because otherwise, that's your ass. Hi, Bats. I am sorry to hear. These game dev guys and NVIDIA just released that patch this morning for the drivers. So I know it's always a little bit of a struggle. Don't worry about it at all. Join me when you can. All I've gotten is just a little bit of a base for us to have a foothold. And everything else we can quickly catch you up to when you come on. I don't plan on leaving this section of the Haga Basin today, so there ain't no rush in the world. But I am sorry that it's given you a hard time. The damn technical side of this whole video game streaming thing is sometimes a serious pain in the ass. Listen here. I'm taking all your shit. That's happening. That's happening. It's all happening right now. Better luck next incarnation. Because I'm taking everything. That's just the way it's going to be. So this time, because I have 2 blood sacks, it actually put the blood in the first sack that's in my inventory and not in the one that's in my bar. That's all right. When the bar one fills up, I'll know that trying to sanguinate someone is just a waste of damn time. So that works out. Let's just run across here. Hope we don't get eaten by a worm. Or die from horrible sun exposure. Speaking of which, my little sun bar is rapidly filling. And then below in the center of my screen, you can actually see a vibration bar down by my belt line. And that's telling me that as it turns red, goes from yellow vibrations to red or orange and then red. That's telling me that I'm making too much damn noise on the sand. The sandworm's going to get me. And unfortunately, I don't know how to sand disco. So I can't do that thing they do in the movies or the books, where they kind of walk this way and talk this way. And here's another player. Hello, player. I'm dying. Starting to lose health. I'm out of juice. Gotta get some juice. And then secondary to that, I gotta get some shade. Lord. Give me shade. I ain't gonna die. Bubble Baldia. The beautiful. There ain't no death for this guy. As Holla would say, we continue. I don't know if that's appropriate for this game or not, but I'm going to shout out Holla because if you ain't following Holla already, you definitely should. And that is one of my favorite lines from his streams. As you can see, we have found some shade. And what looks like... I'm not really sure. I think that's probably supposed to be the sandworm. I call it the pucker. You can fill in the blanks why I call it the pucker. But I think it's actually the mouth of the sandworm, now that I look at it. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and do this part, which is that first spice vision, because I've only had 1 cup of coffee so far this morning, and I could use a little pick-me-up. Also, when Bats comes on and we're ready to have her do her spice vision, I want to be able to make some popcorn and just watch. Because I really enjoy watching people have spice visions. Especially when they're super attractive and have bright green hair. Let's inhale that spice. Let's go! Look at that plate. Like backstage at an Aerosmith concert or something at this point. Oh yeah! We have dilation! We motherfucking continue. That's right, Holla. Good, good. We continue straight into a spice dream. Look at this. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You know you done fucked up when you start seeing rocks float by and the sky turns ultraviolet, you know? That's like, damn, I'm fucked up now.
Who is it that thinks? Ibn Kiltaiba. The weight of a kindly god is a fearful thing. Do you understand, Wally?
I do understand. When the gods are too kind, we lose our edge.
Gave us the burning eyes of Allah and the words of the Kitab al-Ibar. Rest in black shade.
Rest in black shade. That's real good advice when you're on a desert planet that's going to eat your soul from standing out in the sun too much. Rest in black shade. Oh, yeah, we don't want to get seen by that. That is symbolic of the eye of God. Heal me like fire from a gun. Kneeling, my God is the sun. My morning's been real good, Jeremy. It's been crazy, like, complicated. Unlike most morning days, anyway. But that goes with the territory when you're trying to do something new like this. Trying to coordinate and organize. I had to get on with my buddy Renvale this morning when he started his stream, and he had to send me a private message to let me know which server and siege he was going to be in because he had 300 or 400 people in his chat and he didn't want stream snipers and all that shit to know exactly where he was at. So I had to communicate that with my friend Bats Vixen. And then there was a driver update, you know.
Arrakis is suffering. When we found it, we
Hold on a second, gentlemen. I think I just heard Bat's voice come through. I did. Okay, so she's turned down kind of low for me to hear. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I don't mean for you to hear her yet until she tells me she is ready to be heard, so. Okay, she is in the stream. Turn up her user volume a little bit so I can hear it. Apparently she is having some difficulty getting the game running. Okay. Not a problem at all. I put that information in the Discord chat that we had going this morning, but I can go back and read it off to you again. We don't have any stream snipers or bad people there in my chat, so it isn't going to matter if they hear. Well, that's true, but what I'll yeah, well, it was more for Renvale's benefit when he did it for me. It doesn't really apply to us, like I was saying. So, yeah, he had almost 400 people between YouTube and Twitch this morning. So I just dropped it in the chat, but it's Farhold, and the Siege is Far, F-A-J-R. Is it going to be okay if I bring you into my voice chat, or do you want to keep that separate for now? I just wanted to make sure you were ready to be heard. Well, all right, I think that's working now. Let's see if that works. See if Jeremy will let us know if he can hear. Hollow will let us know. Arcane will shout out. You guys hear the bats mixing? Was she quiet long enough that you thought you didn't hear her? You only hear me. All right, all right. That's probably an error on my end for sure. What about now? Go ahead and say something, Bats, please. You're having too much damn fun toying with these guys. She's just being quiet on purpose now.
She's look, I'm having a day, so I'm playing with your little brains, okay? Just kind of sticking my finger in there and poking it like Jello. Oh. Alright,
Well, there's definitely an element of vampirism here, so poking our brains like Jello is thematic with all of that. All right, we got both voices now. Sweet.
Alright, I think I want you to just up and down. Try and get my ass. I am so
King
sorry.
Here says just watching him working. If he likes the game. Survival games are not usually their style.
Dune's a great game.
It's not for everybody, but you know what? You might see something you like in it. Join in the fun somewhere down the road there.
It's a good game.
Paula, she's sticking her fingers in your brain, stirring the jelly.
Always sticking my fingers somewhere. True story. But I gotta be careful with bubbles.
Harmon Berry, we
His
were
wife will
made
flat
to
my hand.
suffer. Our children taken and made
Oh,
slaves.
she's not an
They
insanely
denied
jealous
us
type.
the heart. Never to
Forget
forgive.
me.
Never.
Morgan Ironside! Welcome to the chat, buddy. Not Starfield this morning. This is Dune Awakening. We will have some Starfield going later this evening. I promise to maintain my stream schedule.
You did?
But for the next 5 days, I'm going to be going 10 to 2, maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later. My time, mountain time. Playing Dune in the mornings and afternoons. After that, we will see what we will see.
That's a pretty crazy schedule to maintain. How long are you streaming?
Well, I normally do 2 or 3 hours in the evening. Because, Bubbles gets tired. The back starts to hurt. Everything doesn't work right after a while. But I have, a couple hours off in the afternoon to rest and recuperate.
What things don't work?
Well, I start getting stiff and I need to get up and move around to loosen up again.
Okay. Inquiring minds wanted.
Is the audio really quiet? Okay. Just for me or just for Bats? I can toy with it.
Damn toy with me.
But I must. Get out of the light, Bubbles. Don't go to the line, Bubble, love you. Oh, damn it. I'm having a hard time like you were that day. Hopefully this kind of thing doesn't get to me much.
Ah,
Oh. Okay, hold on a second. Get that all fixed up. See if I can fix it up in. Alright, I cranked it up. See where that takes us. Canned? Are you getting like an echo? Volume level has improved. It's like live mix in a rock and roll show. Gotta avoid the sunlight here. Otherwise, we'll have to get our asses kicked and sent back to zero. We don't want that. No, no, no. No, 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 no.
The weight of a kindly God is a fearful
I got it.
thing. Did not God give us the burning sun to defy? Suffering leads to
Yeah,
defiance.
Dorgan, I don't know if you caught
And where does defiance lead?
when I was talking about these kind of games in general. I don't play them all, the survival games. I put thousands of hours in Conan Exiles, which was the previous game released by the same company. And really, really loved it, but I'm a sucker. You know? I don't always truck with medieval fantasy all that much. I do love my Stone Age, Bronze Age fantasy. I grew up with a stack of Conan comic books.
Ibn Qutayba. Defiance leads to thought. Who is it that thinks? Those who suffer.
Ah,
Remember Harmon Pep.
so only those that suffer think. Gotcha.
Ibn
Yeah, Conan was
Qutayba.
cool. We ran
Defiance
private
leads
servers,
to
we run
thought.
server, PvP,
Who is
PvE,
it that thinks?
solo dungeon runs. I wasn't streaming at the time, so. But it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's like the yin yang thing. Fallout on one side and Conan on the other. My general jam. And then of course Starfield came along, loved that. And now this. Who is it that thinks? Those who suffer.
Those who suffer. Remember Harmontep. Bila Kaifa.
There you go. On show. Nice. Is that the submarine game? So I got my spice high on. Time to wake up from sweet dreams and back into the burning desert. Would you look at that? I got high enough to figure out how to make my own still suit. Ronaldo Moon! What's up, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Once I get out of here, back to my base, I'm gonna figure out what's going on with the Bats Vixen.
She's compiling shaders.
Oh, that's your favorite part.
That's my favorite fucking part. Bubbles, I swear to God, I'm gonna lose my shit over here.
If you guys caught any of our streams from the open beta weekend, that's had a very interesting compiling shader series.
Still there, off-worlder.
Like they would take
Your
forever.
signal
I
drifted
have no idea
for
why
a
that would be
moment.
the case.
No matter. A thought occurs.
Look, all I know.
When the
all
Sardaukar
I know
began
is
their
that,
purge, many
I'm
Fremen
losing
were
my shit.
slaughtered. The ones that were not
It's gonna be okay though.
caves,
I'll get there.
leaving valuable
It's gonna be
resources
alright.
behind.
It's gonna be
Alright,
alright. Yeah.
Valuable
Yeah, I will
resources that
eventually
just
get there.
might
This is
contain the
like the
makings
first day
of a
of
steel
open
suit.
beta all over again.
Take what you need. Their ghosts will not object.
Hey, Luana, are you OBKB?
I am not fucking OBKB. I'm loading my pipe to get through this. This is harsh. I'm literally over here just fighting for my life.
Yeah, I don't know why this game tries to give you so many problems.
I don't know. I need to put more. Like, I need to just I need to upgrade my. That's what I do. And I will.
Yes, yes.
But I'm just trying to
One way
hold
or
off
another,
till
we
I
shall
move.
continue.
If I can hold off till I move, that'll be moving soon and cross country, shipping it. It'll get damaged and everything.
Yeah, you don't want to get it before you move it. You're gonna avoid. Said too many opportunities for things to get fucked up.
So I'm trying to hold on, see how far I make it because I'm losing my shit here. Might just call a computer company. Get to my house right now. Oh God. I'm at almost 20,000 out of 28,000. So I promise I'll be there soon.
Your shaders are compiling along with your normal schedule.
Yeah. I'll
I promise I'm not trying to poke fun. They take longer for you, apparently.
They're obsessed with me. I don't know what to tell you.
Damn shaders. Goodness, that was a considerable amount of mic noise there. Did you adjust yourself in your chair? Or did that come from my end somehow? No, I had to turn up your volume earlier because you were super quiet. Ronaldo Moon says his brain is still compiling and he's had 2 cups of coffee. Right this very second, we are looking for a moisture-sealed cave, apparently. Ah, I think I found it. Thank God. Yeah, we've been having some interesting issues with the mic setup this morning.
I figure make it. figure, but I thought I'd ask.
You thought you'd ask what?
That
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. How about now, Ron? How's my voice now? Yeah, I put on my mic through its normal mic input, and then I've got bats coming through the Discord, but I deafened myself in the Discord so we don't hear it double. And I'm hoping that works, but I haven't heard her talk, and it sounded like she was having some microphone difficulty a second ago, so we'll find out in a second. Hey, you don't get to hit me with that, bastard. That's your ass now, isn't it? Told you. Oh yeah, down you go. That's what you get for messing with the bubbles. Now, I'm taking your blood. Shouldn't know how to fuck with me. That's the deal. Coming at you live. Boy, this game, now it's got me wanting to salvage some more metal, salvage some more ore. There's a lot of shit to do on the way home from the grocery store, you know what I mean? It's alright, we get it. We get it. I think, did I accidentally deafen bats too? Nope, it says that she's got a microphone. Okay. Not really sure. Hopefully she's just working out some technical difficulties. We'll get this all situated. Run, Scooby! Yep, so it's starting to get daylight. We got to get some metal here, I guess, before we get back to our base. But that'll be a good point for us to kind of stop and take stock and figure out exactly where Bats is at. Hello, fella. See ya. Sorry about running through your base, but the walls were wide open, so I just did it. Sorry, not sorry. Soup for breakfast? What kind of soup you having? I haven't had any breakfast. I haven't taken my heartburn pill either. So I guess I better be careful when I grab my next cup of coffee. Yeah, she's not talking right now. I can't hear her either. But I haven't got a message from her saying she's trying to talk to me. And it looks like I did not deafen or mute her when I deafened and muted myself from that particular chat. I think she's working out some issues with her drivers and just getting installed, and hell, for that matter, she might be playing through the first part of the game too and just enjoying that and a little bit of peace and quiet without me yabbering in her ear there. Okay, we have arrived back at our base. Now is a good time, I think, to probably go over a couple of things about the nature of this game. If you've seen the movies or you read the books, this branches off or forks away from the canon lore of the story and opens us into a world where the Lady Jessica had a daughter instead of a son, and the events proceed forward from that point in a very different way than we saw in the canon movies and books. Which is good because, of course, this being a multiplayer game, nobody wants to run around trying to scavenge and survive while playing in the shadow of the Quasar Cataract. That would be kind of shitty. You know, you have this triumphant moment, and you're playing with your buddies, and you're doing all the cool things, and then riding by on the screen on a giant worm is like Paul Atreides giving you the old salute and shit as if to say, yeah, enjoy your time, peons, but I'm over here being the king. So probably best that we don't have Paul running around in the game with us. Chicken and stars. Nice, nice. Man, this thing is still mad, but I don't have enough salvage metal. So yeah, the big plan for the early part of the game, of course, is to kind of get your survival up and running, get your first little base built, you know, build your first still suit, learn about the bounty system. Once we do that, we'll cross the desert and go over by that big hammer rock. And that'll be where we spend probably, I don't know, 25, 30, up to 90 hours of the game. Ah, I muted myself in Discord. I meant to just deafen myself. Sorry about that, Bats. I was trying to... No, it won't let me do that. I'll bet you can hear me now.
Now I can.
Okay.
You had yourself muted and deaf.
Well, it only lets me do both. I tried to just select deafen, and I don't have that option. When I hit deafen, it automatically mutes me as well. Which is absolutely not optimal. Because apparently my sound quality was drastically reduced from just my mic only.
Really?
Yeah. I got them both on now, but now there's an echo. Yeah.
All right, so first I have to do play now or servers?
Yeah, what you're gonna want to do is we'll work the echo out in a minute, Ron. Stand by. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to down in the lower left-hand corner, choose region or whatever, and re-choose North America, and then it'll populate your servers for you. I'm aware of the echo, guys. We can only troubleshoot one thing at a time, so stand by.
Okay. And we're going to Farhold, right?
We are going to Farhold? Yeah. And then FAJR is the Siege.
Okay.
Luana, do me a favor and narrate what you're seeing for a minute so we can get your sound quality worked out without me talking, and then I'll work on my double echo.
Alright, well, I'm in queue and now I'm just... So, pretty simple. I've got a worm pit. And then, oh! The Reverend Mother. Oh no.
Amen to that, Thor. Are you on push to talk today, Luana?
No. I'm not on push talk. I'm right here.
Okay, because you're coming through.
Hang on. No, I've got my directional mic. I don't know. Just getting my stream started. Alright, so now I'm making...
Wonder what would cause an intermittent signal with you.
I don't know. I got no idea.
Because I don't think we've ever had that problem in 76.
Nope. Never had this problem. Oh, I like her. Yeah, let's go back to... We had her before.
Get out of the sun. Shit. I'm dying. Thank you, Arcane. I look down at my stream chat. They're like, get out of the sun. What are you doing? You're gonna freaking die.
Maximum chest.
Okay. Let me see. Now, when you stream, are you able to selectively deafen yourself so you don't hear yourself in your monitor? Your monitor? You know, your headphones?
I don't hear an echo if that's what... Like, I only... In my headphones, all I hear is... and or whoever else is... and then I hear the game.
Yeah.
Stuff, but I don't hear myself. But that's because I have everything set up on application audio capture. OBS.
Yeah, and we went through that, I don't know, a couple weeks before the Dune thing, and I got it all set up for that, but let me see.
And I thought we had it going good when we did Dune.
I thought so.
But now I am definitely hearing you cut in and out for some reason. They're saying the sound quality. I may need to restart my Discord, maybe?
Maybe.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. So stay in chat and I'll be right back, alright?
Look, I got scratched by a jaguar.
You got scratched by a jaguar.
Yeah, I've got a... Sorry.
I got kind of a similar thing going on. I got this two-faced look. Like from the left, I'm bald and beautiful. From the right, I got some scarring around the lower portion of my face. I was scratched by a bear.
That's wild.
Cool. I wasn't a prisoner because of my cooking. Let's put it that way.
It wasn't because
Guys, can you hear me now? I can't believe I still need more metal. Been one of those days. Is she louder than me? Well, I can adjust the individual. But, you can hear me.
Ooh, this is cool.
Bada bada boom.
We're going full goth.
You're going full goth?
Full goth.
Nice.
Yeah, babe.
Hot goth girls in the house.
Alright. It still won't take Vixen.
It still won't take Vixen. That is so funny.
Wild. Alright.
Like, that's not even a bad word or anything.
I know. Are we going locked or unlocked?
I went unlocked because I've spent so much time in the closed beta, but
I'm just gonna go unlocked.
yeah.
Alright,
Still
I'm
gonna
coming
make you
in.
do the tutorials.
I'm coming in.
40% volume. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could turn up Discord chat a little bit, but now I'm maxed. How does that sound now?
Yeah. From the field.
Still pretty low. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. really don't understand how to get around it. I don't have any idea what to change.
In the settings.
In the settings.
Oh.
I definitely wish that I could selectively deafen myself, because there's this noticeable delay too. Take it easy, Jeremy.
Take it easy, Jeremy.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
I'm on a little ship. I'm on my way.
Are you?
Are you?
Why is my mic not picking up all of a sudden? Hang on.
Yeah, it's been cutting in and out. That's why I thought you were on push to chat.
No, I mean, in my own stream, it's not picking. What the hell? What is going on? All right. I got my mic back on my stream. Can you talk?
Yeah, testing. 1, 2, 3. It's me,
Okay, now I've got
Bubbledonia.
you. Yeah, now I've got you too. All right. So yeah, I don't know what was. It wasn't my mic. It was like my OBS for some reason had reset to pick up default mic as opposed to my Yeti.
Oh, that may have been why your sound was weird in my stream too.
I don't know. Really weird. Like OBS doesn't usually reset that on me, so I don't. It's just being a weird day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get it all worked out.
Okay. Right now, I am loading it. We have to friend each other and everything.
Yeah, we got to do that. Once you get into the actual game, I think we'll be able to do it.
Okay, I'm running up a sand dune. Ewok! Oh my goodness, we've earned a name. We have a name, Bubbles.
Do we have a name?
Ewok says, hey look, it's Luanonia.
Lunanonia.
Luanonia.
I was going to go with Bubbalulu, but, you know.
Bubbalulu sounds better. But I don't really like Lulu.
That's what I was worried about it, because some Luanas are totally fine with Lulu, but some are dead against it.
Yeah, I don't like Lulu. To me, I don't know what it is about it, but I just don't like it.
Well, fair enough. We won't say it again.
You could call me Vixie. I like Vixie.
Oh, I call you all kinds of variations of those. It's Bats, it's BB, it's Vixen,
Yeah.
it's Luana. I don't know if I've called you Vixie before, but that works too.
Vixie, that's what Sixie calls. He calls me Vixie.
Well, it's Sixie and Bixie.
Yeah. So cute.
Oh, you got your model up today.
It's just a photo of her because, like, I can't run my VTube model, my full model, while I'm running Dune right now until I upgrade my computer.
Yeah.
So I'm using a photo. I do have a PNG tuber coming, so that's like a lesser form of the model, but to use in situations like this. But hopefully, give it a couple months, I'll get my computer.
Well, Arcane says we sound better, so. And we'll work on it.
We'll work on it.
And try to get everything back to where it's supposed to be. One step at a time. And I got you on my phone, so I can see you.
Ta-da!
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 Looking sexy as ever.
Yay!
I'm gonna... Hold on a second. I want to make sure that your deets are dropped in my chat, just in case anybody wants to switch back and forth between the two of us.
Deaton.
I am more than happy to share the spotlight. This is not a solo act.
Now I have to check my settings again until I update.
Yeah, fair. What is it letting you play on graphics-wise?
Right now it's on custom, but what I did last time is I think I put myself on medium or...
Yeah.
Because when I get out to where the fire is, that's when shit got real.
Causing you issues,
Yeah. So I'm going to try medium, and then if medium doesn't work, I'll take it from there. So how do I friend you? Now that I'm in the world.
I just dropped a link in my chat for the Bats Vixen folks. Like, subscribe, do all the things.
How do I friend you?
I am going to look in just a second. How do we friend each other? We did it once before. I'm trying to remember how that worked. You would think that'd be a relatively easy process, right?
Think. There we go.
I'm not seeing it under settings.
I don't remember how we did it.
Do we have to be face to face? I don't think so, right?
No, we didn't have to last time, I don't think.
Yeah, that would be silly.
Hello, Arcane Garrison.
Nice.
All right.
Let me see. My community under Steam. Friends. Good. Yeah, we're Steam friends. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess when all else fails, we can look at the help menu.
That. Looking around to see if there's any. No. All right. Come on.
I think it would be real
Wasn't
obvious.
it spacebar? Isn't it spacebar to...
Spacebar is jump, and it's also context sensitive for lots of the building and crafting.
Yeah, but I was trying to climb and I was jumping against the window and pressing spacebar and it wasn't catching.
Oh.
Because that's what it was.
Yeah, I'm holding my spacebar and I'm climbing this rock.
Right, maybe it was just that I had a pop-up up.
Could be. I'm glad I wasn't streaming during that tutorial this morning because I was screaming that it kept popping up with the context help. Or like, this is how you block. This is
Yeah,
how
now it's
you
working.
stab. And I was like, and it was freezing the game, you know, like a pause.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn it, Joel, just let me play the damn game. I turned the tutorials off for a reason.
I'm doing well. I hope you are too, Kane.
Friends, how do you do it? Why isn't it just a thing on the escape menu?
I don't know. It should be. Wasn't it before?
I think it was.
I remember it being like a lot easier. Seems to me. Didn't seem to have an issue with it. Alright, here's where we find out if I need to downgrade my... Because this is where it hits the damn fire.
Yeah, nothing about friends or social, even in the keybind. Did they go ahead and forget to put friends in the game?
I would hope not.
They better not. That would be bad.
Gotta be away.
Menus. There ought to be a social menu, right? I mean, that's just players, guild, lands, right? Okay, so I guess try that. Players. Here we go. Hit P.
Hi, Amber.
There we go. I got it. So you are not in. You're in the tutorial still, but you haven't flown through the Death Storm, so I can't invite you to a group. But I figured out how to do it. You hit P.
Nice.
So we're good.
Nice.
And I would start making my way towards where you're going to come into the game, but of course it's random, so I'm not sure until I have you on my map. Guys, I apologize for all the non-super exciting gameplay, working out the technical details, but it's the nature of the beast today. Getting started. We'll get it all dialed in.
Let's go. Alright.
I am personally going to get up and get myself a cup of coffee, take a very quick bio. Please enjoy the excellent stream by Vats Vixen.
getting the hang of it again. Remembering.
I return.
Welcome back.
It looks like you're still in the tutorial.
I'm activating the trans.
Yeah. As soon as you land in the world proper, we'll group up, and then I'll be able to kind of move towards where you're at.
Yeah. I was just letting you know, like, where in the tutorial I was.
I see your beautiful face. You're watching the ornithopters come after you.
Yeah. Vertibird.
Bird. Exactly.
Vertibird.
Meanwhile, I'm getting our first base set up nice.
It's going a lot faster than it did the first time when I didn't know what the hell I was doing. That was...
Well, that's good, right?
Yeah, I almost died in the tutorial on the open beta. I was like, I didn't know what to do.
All right, got the fabricator set up.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I'm gonna come in and just everything will be ready for me. It'll be great.
Well, I don't want to steal your thunder. You're welcome to make a separate base if you like.
No, it'll be great. I just said it'll be great.
Okay.
Why am I gonna complain about that? Come on. I'm gonna have like everything all prepared for me.
That's the beautiful thing about these kind of games is a lot of progression can be shortcutted a little bit if you have friends that come in slightly behind you.
Right? Saves time.
I'm over here making my first steel suit.
Oh my god, no.
Impressive, Off-worlder. Just remember, if you didn't connect the tubes between the caths and the thigh pads just
I'm on my way.
right, you'll be drinking your own liquefied feces. And that does not count as hydration, by the way.
See?
Good news, Off-worlder. My leg has recovered
Got
enough
to
that
connect
I
the tubes just so.
I know a place in your sector where we can meet. Craft a survey device so you can figure out how to get there and join me.
Craft a survey device. I'm gonna have to research, I guess.
33 minutes it took me to get through the whole thing.
It's not bad.
Uh,
We are in no rush. I get a big kick out of
Coriolis
all the
Corio-
YouTubers.
Are Coriolis storms, are those sandstorms?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so let's come up with a name for us. What is going to be our name? How we have to.
Are you talking a guild name or like a cutesy couple name?
Cutesy streamer couple name. All right, we
Gotcha,
are what?
gotcha.
We are what? We are. I don't know. Bulu?
Ulu. But see, it's still got that Ulu on the end there that you don't really care for all that much.
I don't like Lulu, but I like.
You like Bulu?
Wait, where am I going? Where
We
am
can
I
be
going?
Bulu.
We can be Bulu.
Hi,
don't know
Ember.
where I don't remember which way I have to go.
Towards the rocks. Towards the nearest rocks.
Towards the nearest rocks.
All right.
She's in the world.
Do not get eaten by a fucking worm. Oh my god.
That's a.
Not get eaten by a worm.
I'm watching you on your screen, but there's a little bit of a delay. And I just saw
That's
you
funny.
damn near get eaten.
Almost.
I sent you a party invite whenever you're safe.
In P. Rock action.
Rock action. I know, Ember. I'm sorry. We have a Discord issue today, where our sound quality, for some reason, on the Discord chat is nowhere near as good as my microphone only.
Kind of wild.
So I'm trying to mitigate that, but it's sucky.
Sucky. I want to find a safe place because I need to run to pee. So I'm gonna put myself like up against a rock or shit.
let me know if that's any better, Ember.
I'll be right back, Bubbles.
No problem.
Did you get a probe made? Good. Static discharge from the sandstorms makes map data extremely unreliable on Arrakis. But if you can get it high enough, a handheld probe can gather enough local data to give you a snapshot of the region. Climb somewhere high and fire off the probe. Just don't let the Sardaukar spot you.
Are you talking about muting bats? In Discord itself? Because if I do that, then I can't hear her. I tried to deafen myself in Discord, but it mutes me as well and wouldn't let me do one or the other, which is weird because I'm a Discord supporter. You would think I would have options, but it's all or nothing apparently. Arcane, I don't have a Discord myself personally. But you can definitely find me in Bat's Discord. My Discord name is Bubbleonia. Okay, I'll try it. Give me a second, Ember.
Hey.
So how about that? Do I still echo, or is it still the same issue? It's from her? Well, she's not gonna like to hear that. See, that's why I wanted to be able to deafen myself. So I can hear her, but not hear myself play back. And unfortunately, when I deafen myself, It also mutes
It
me.
also mutes me.
I need a professional.
I need an adult.
We had this working
We had
so
this
well
working
when we
so
did
well
it
when we
a
did
few
it
weeks ago.
few
I
weeks
just
ago.
don't
I just
understand
don't
why it's given us so much shit today.
Ah.
Give me just a second, guys. I'm looking at my settings and stuff here.
here.
We got to get Bats caught up to us
Caught
anyway.
up to
So
us anyway.
No. No, 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 no. Oh my god, I'm out of bandages. No.
make more
More
band-aids.
band-aids.
No. I can't find them under crafting. Where is it?
No, Ember, it's fine.
Ember, it's fine.
We're going to be doing this for the next 5 days.
5 days.
You know, for the head start.
For the
So
head
we can
start.
get it
So
fixed
we can get it
today.
fixed today.
I don't mind.
I don't mind.
Oh, you can hear her
Oh, you can
gameplay
hear her
too?
Gameplay too.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe
Maybe
type those
type
instructions
those
over in her
instructions over in
stream
her stream
so she can
so she can.
see. Because she had some.
Because she had some.
Discord did something
Discord did
random this
something
morning with her
random this morning
microphone,
with her
so it may
microphone,
just be
so it
some
may just
settings
be
she
some
has to
settings
tweak.
she has to-
In mine, nothing's coming across except through my mic and through the game lab. My which means it's on your end. Because if it's mine on my stream, then that's everything I'm putting out.
All right, Arcane, I added you in
I
Discord.
added you in Discord.
Worm. I'm wearing headphones, yes. And all of my sound is coming into my head. True story. I need plant fiber.
Why's it all got to be so
It's not gonna be
complicated?
complicated.
I do not. Okay, Amber.
Oh, good. I can see you on my map.
See you on my
You're
map.
moving towards me.
Moving
I
towards
got you.
me.
All right. Just watch out for those
Yeah.
Sardaukar patrols.
Sardaukar patrol.
Oh, I am.
Easies for weaklings.
For weaklings.
I know that's right.
I know that's right.
Looking around for
Arrakis.
plant fiber.
Is
a
a
test.
test.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got a bunch here in the base, but
but
grab what you can on your
grab what
way
you
for
can.
sure. Let's set your access levels. I don't have enough funds to create a guild yet, so
Gotta give yourself time, mate. Flowers. Can't drink yet. Right.
can I hear myself
Can I hear
echo?
myself echo?
Yeah, there's a noticeable
There's a
delay
noticeable
after I
delay
talk.
after I-
Is that a sand? No, that's a worm. I swear to God, a sandstorm would be so bad. There we go.
Game still looks cool.
Still looks cool.
So there's that.
So there's
Thanks,
that.
Torgan.
Thanks,
I
Torgan.
appreciate it, buddy.
Appreciate it, buddy.
We are all definitely
You're all
human.
definitely human.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sure we can get
Yeah,
it
I'm sure
worked
we can
out.
get it worked
If
out.
it's not too terrible
Not
for
too
you guys.
terrible for you guys.
Is this?
See-
I think I might have just
I see-
found our base.
You found the base.
Found the base.
We continue.
We continue.
Ha! I made it.
All right. So
right.
let me see. Interact with you.
Interact with you.
Private message. No, I don't want to do any of
I
that.
don't want to
Okay.
do any of that. Okay.
What I want to do is
What I
set
wanna do is
permissions
set
here.
Permissions here.
Okay, co-owner.
A co-owner.
But why won't it let me
Why won't
pick
it
somebody
let me
to
pick
be the
somebody
co-owner?
to be the co-owner?
Stand still for just a second,
Still for
Bats.
just a second, Bats.
There's already in a
There's
party.
already in a party.
Edit permissions.
Edit permissions.
Subbeat console.
Subbeat console.
Yeah, I needed that. My exsanguation.
Now, if you come outside
You
there
come outside there.
and try to go back in,
Try
will
to
it
go
let
back
you?
in, will it let you?
I don't want to get you
know.
locked
Don't
in the
want you
base.
Locked in the base.
Oh, give me a second. All right, I need a bunch of plant fiber. All right.
Ember's helped me troubleshoot
Help me
this echo.
troubleshoot this echo.
So you take your time.
You take your time.
I'm going to. Do you have fiber?
I do.
I do.
And if you're building from your
Building
inventory,
from your
like
inventory, like the
the initial stuff, you're going to
initial
want to
stuff,
take it
you're
out of
gonna
the
wanna take
box
it
and put it in your bag.
put it in your bag.
Hala, I have never
Paula,
played
I have
Final
never
Fantasy
played Final
Tactics.
Fantasy Tactics.
I do have an account for
Do you have
Final
an account
Fantasy
for Final
14,
14,
but I must
I
confess,
must confess,
that's about the limit of my
that's about the
knowledge of
limit
the
my
universe.
knowledge of the universe.
I never had a
Never
PlayStation,
had a
so
PlayStation, so
I missed out on a lot of that
missed out
stuff.
on a lot of that stuff.
Gotta make my.
thinks it might be my audio set.
Ooh.
She's looking something up, but I'm gonna see if I can pull them up.
What do I need? I need more salvaged metal. Equip a full.
Yeah, that's what Ember was saying as well, Arcane. That sounds quite a bit of better over on her stream.
I'm being asked what console you had growing.
You're being asked what console I had?
Yeah.
Well, I had a PlayStation 2 or 1 back in the 90s. But then I got married and had kids, and later on the kids had a PlayStation 3, and that's where I first discovered the miracle of Bethesda games. But I didn't have a console myself personally until last 3 or 4 years, and I had an Xbox, and I never use it. Okay, so first things first, Ember says check the part where I can hear myself. So monitoring, I'm guessing, on my computer.
Armor plate.
Because I don't need to hear myself.
I gotta go get some salvaged metal.
Okay, there's some in this general area.
I'm gonna until I get it. So I need to make up my my little egg sangler. I got my clothes made. You know, we're getting there.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, wrong one. I had an Atari 26, then a Sega Genesis, Game Boy, to name a few, PlayStation 1, Game Boy Advance, Sega Dreamcast. Metal. Smooth. Try not too much. Fluid. Fuel.
Yeah, the only thing I could think to do, Ember, is delete the Discord chat input that I have in my OBS and then rebuild it, because my properties don't give me any options there.
Do we have flowers right around here?
Yeah, just up the hill a little bit.
Cannot drink. I'm not low. All right. Very nice. All right, we're achieving. I've even got 2 blood bags. I don't have that fancy knife.
The fancy knife.
Fancy knife.
Yeah, you know what.
The one that draws blood for you?
Draws blood for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get the plan for that over in that first dungeon we're going to do.
Dungeon we're gonna do.
But give me just a second. I'm going to delete my Discord chat input and rebuild it. So you'll probably still be able to hear me, but nobody else will. So.
Okay. It wants me to research the Mala pistol kit, but it won't let me read.
Do you have enough research points? When you go to your research tab in the upper right-hand corner?
I have 0.
Yeah, you need we need to get you a level. One way or the other. Give me just a second. Let me try this rebuild process, and then I'll be right back. Audio output capture.
I'm just so happy I got. All right. Where I'm from, if you own a Game Boy, people would think you're from a wealthy family. Yeah. Where are you from, Metalhead Zaki? Where are you from, sir? Good sir. Good
Testing,
sir.
testing, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Did I get 100 subs?
100 subs?
Oh my
Come back,
god!
yes, you're at it. You didn't know? I thought you knew.
Hooray! Thank
When
you
I looked
guys.
earlier, I saw it.
All right, can anyone hear me?
I can.
And Ember can hear me too, because she just answered my question. Unless she's hearing it from your stream. Whoops, I forgot about that.
Yeah, could be.
Is the echo back? Arr.
East Asia? Gotcha.
What about now, Ember? Did my sound quality take a big dump, and because I turned off my normal microphone input, so we're just getting it from Discord, which we were doing earlier, but it was causing another problem. So
Problem after problem. Always day one. D1
I'm
blues.
telling you.
I got you some fuel cells.
No echo, but sound quality took it down. Well, yeah. Sound quality's Sound volume is low. Okay. Boy, there's that noticeable delay too. That is so weird.
There it is. Got it. I'm an old man.
Yeah, I have myself turned up as far as I can in OBS. In fact, it clips into the yellow and even the red if I push it.
I'm an old man, 54. When I was going up, I only 2,600 till after, and then got my son. Sorry, I had to go.
I apologize again for all this stuff, you guys. Unfortunately, it wasn't something that we could test because the game just went live.
Yep.
And we didn't have any of these problems last night when we were playing 76, so.
None.
Input volume is turned all the way up. Input volume? I just got no idea. But yeah, sound quality's spiking now. I appreciate your understanding, Ember, Arcane, Thor, and all you guys. Really do. I don't understand why I would suddenly have problems.
Ha. Go poke a sandworm for the walls, Mr.
Yeah, you might want to put all your stuff away before you do that.
Yeah. It can get a little problematic. Sand. I almost got eaten already.
Did you?
Yeah, you saw it, remember?
Oh, right. That's a scripted event, normally. Unless you stand around dilly-dally, but...
Yeah, I don't want to die. I don't think. Just saying.
I appreciate it, Ember. How is the sound quality now? Because it sounds super loud to me, and I'm not on my normal mic.
My favorite thing to do is to use some, like... Ugh, come on, turn into night.
It'll be nighttime soon enough.
Yeah. I'm picking stuff up. I'm being a hunter-gatherer.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I will take you up on that later, Ember. For sure. Because like I didn't find any setting in Discord or OBS that would deafen the monitor in my own ears.
Back to work slinks into the book. Mr. Lothar. Mr. Lothar. Mwah. It's good to see you. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Good to see you. You know I miss you when you ain't around. I got a level!
There you go. Now you can put that point in.
It still says 0. What is it?
And she's quiet. Arr.
Wait, what did I need to research? I don't remember. Do you remember what I was supposed to...
It should be in your upper
The pistol
left-hand
kit.
corner of your screen.
The pistol kit. This is the gun I never...
Yeah, it's that shitty Mala pistol gun.
Yeah.
Get rid of that as quick as you can. Spider-Man.
Shoot. More darts, huh? Alright, now it's the respawn beacon. I got you some more... Well, us. You know what I mean.
Will it let me fire off the beacon from here? Did. Kick ass. Kick ass.
Oh my god.
Great.
Come on.
We will get all these details. And we will have a kick-ass time.
Meow.
I promise.
Okay. Day one. Day one. Okay. You need to... You be...
There is something wrong with my Discord for sure, though. Because I know that your stream is not telling you that you're breaking up when you talk, but you're like getting in and out like you're toggling your push to talk. And I know you're not.
On my stream? Or
No,
just on yours?
In my headset. Yeah, coming through my stream.
Huh.
So it's got to be something with my Discord settings.
That's so
And I don't know
weird.
why that would have changed.
Well,
But-
hang on. Let me check something. Oh, didn't mean. Alright, let me check. Because, like, I don't know why. What happened? I'm checking my set. Voice and video. I don't seem to be. I've got automatically determine input sensitivity. Okay. ammo before. I have to place the respawn beacon. All right. Well then. Yeah, babe. Um. I'm climbing up. Oh, thank you, Amber. I'm glad. Yeah, this is the new one that isn't rigged yet. So this is just a picture of her for now. Oh no, 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 I just got hiding. Not. I ran under a light, but I didn't get. I escaped. I'm hiding.
Very good. I'm going to the Griffin's Reach trade post. Come and find me there. Just remember to be careful crossing the sands.
Yeah,
Move
they
from
can't
rocky
catch
ground to rocky ground. Learn how far you can move on sand before the worm comes. And remember, look both ways before you cross the desert.
Oh, fresh, free water. Oh. How high do I have to get up? Am I? I think. Oh. Did you just run past me? Somebody. Where are the flowers? Damn it. I've gotten all the way up here and now I'm 30. Yeah, but I'm all the way up here right now. Do I need to go up higher than where I... Yeah. Yeah. I think I see you. Are you using a cutter? There you are. Okay. Gotcha. Like it. It's my favorite I've seen. Aw, thank you, Amber. My art mummy is... Alright, how do I play? How do I place it? Alright, 8. I just... number. Yeah, he's speaking to me right. Where are the bananas? True story. True story. Aw. Oh no! Oh no! I need flowers really. Or drink. Where is base from here? Yeah, I think so. Is it like the little yellow thing? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh. Made it. Mm. There we go. Some dew. I didn't get to scout camp yet. I was dying. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then just, yeah. Sounds good. Alright. You got time for anything before you gotta... Alright. Okay. Sounds good. No worries. No worries. I'll just run around doing my crane. It'll be okay. See you in a bit, Bubbles.